The legalization of medical marijuana and its benefits. The legalization of marijuana has been a big controversy for many years. Since the war on drugs in 1971, the use of marijuana recreationally and medically has increased. There have been 29 states that have legalized the use of marijuana recreationally and medically. Most of these states have limits on the amounts that are allowed, but the use of marijuana has been effective in many ways. Society and the government should be aware of the benefits that the legalization of marijuana. A Gallup poll that was released a while back reveals that the benefits of legalization of marijuana the first time in history. Americans are more in favor of legalizing marijuana than criminalizing it. Recreational and medical use of marijuana should be legal in all states due to health benefits, the impact on tax revenue, and the gain of income and the jobs that marijuana crop businesses have and could create. The use of medical marijuana has many benefits when it is consumed. Marijuana can be consumed in a few ways. The most common way is to smoke the marijuana by inhaling the smoke into the lungs. There are chemicals in marijuana that are released into the body that can prevent many different side effects of many different diseases and medical conditions. Marijuana consumption can help those with cancer as well. Consuming marijuana can also be beneficial for those with diabetes. The chemicals in marijuana can help regulate the insulin, and it can help regulate the calorie intake into the human body. Therefore, medical marijuana consumption can also be good for weight loss. Most marijuana users are known to be thinner due to these reasons. Marijuana consumption can also help to treat depression. It's also known to treat depression. Depression is the most well-known and talked about mental disorder in America, and research has actually shown that marijuana has helped treat it. Not only does marijuana help fight cancer, diabetes, and help with depression, marijuana consumption is also well known for treating seizures and helping those with ADHD. Cannabis appears to treat ADD and ADHD by increasing the availability of dopamine. This is what Dr. Bierman wrote. This has the same effect, but is differently mechanism for action that stimulates like Ritalin and dexedrine amphetamine, which act by binding to the dopamine and interfering with the metabolic breakdown of dopamine, says Dr. Ron, N.D. Ron. There are many children who actually suffer from these illnesses, and most parents are afraid to give their children medication due to harmful chemicals in the pill. There have been more scientific studies that show that marijuana is safer and more effective than pills prescribed for the medical condition. Legalizing marijuana can give many people access to the drug that has helped with many medical conditions and with side effects. The legalization of this drug can make it easier for those in need of it. Legalizing the drug can make it easier and safer for patients to purchase it as well. The legalization of marijuana in all states could lead to countrywide spread of tax revenue increases. The legalization of marijuana could also bring money for both state and federal governments with tax revenue increases. The state of Colorado and Washington have already seen a huge tax increase after their legalization and medical use of the marijuana. The government expects the entire country to go through this tax increase with all 50 states when medical marijuana is completely legalized. In 2015, in Colorado, more than $135 million in tax and fees on medical and recreational marijuana was profited. Sales in the state totaled over $996 million. Sales in North America grew 30% to $6.7 billion in 2016 and is projected to increase to $20.1 billion by 2021. This was said by Dr. Krishna in 2017. The large states such as California and Texas, who have a larger population, can bring even more tax revenue than Colorado. The legalization could help the country with economic boost and its needs. The revenue that has been collected from the taxes on legalization of medical marijuana can help the country in many financial ways. The revenue collected could be used for the revitalization of roads and the cities. The tax revenue could also help with the public schools. Therefore, the legalization of recreational and medical use of marijuana would be a great help to our government in very many financial ways. The legalization of the recreation and medical use of marijuana has also helped create a lot of jobs in the U.S. and has created a lot of income for families. Legalized marijuana would require more nurseries and farms of the marijuana crops. This means there would be more jobs that would be created for the people living in the surrounding areas. More jobs that have been created would increase the income for the families and individuals working in the marijuana businesses. The legalization of marijuana has also had a positive impact on local businesses as well. Growers rent warehouse space and purchase sophisticated lighting and irrigation systems for their assistants. The legalization is not only good for marijuana growers and users, it's also good for the local businesses and the government, local and federal. If this is done right, regulated right, taxed right, this industry can bring real economic benefits to a state. SETI co-author and MPG founder Adam Oren said in an interview once, "If the state or local governments manage, permit, and enforce marijuana regulation in a thoughtful way, then this can have real benefits." In conclusion, legalizing marijuana has great benefits for both medical and economic reasons. Those who suffer from diseases and medical conditions deserve the right to have access to the drugs they need to help them ease the pain and sufferings from their illnesses. These people should not have to worry about getting in trouble just so they can get the medicine they need. If marijuana was legalized for both recreational and medical in all states, there wouldn't be such high crimes and money loss for these crimes. Therefore, the legalization of marijuana is great for our economy and can help save the government money on small crimes. Recreational and medical use of marijuana should be legal in all states due to health benefits, the impact on state tax and government revenue, and the gain of income and jobs that marijuana crop businesses could create.